My name is Jamie, and this is the vlog for May 18th, 2021. It's about 11 p.m. Getting ready for bed. I was looking back at the first vlog today, and it'll almost be a year. It'll be a year in like August. And like Eric, it's not the 365 days consecutively I would have hoped. Um, but it's been a really interesting year to be documented. Majority of it documented anyway. Last night I did not vlog because I planned on doing it after the kid went to bed. She didn't go to bed in her bed. I could not get her to go to sleep in her bed. She slept in my bed starting at about 10:30, and she slept all the way through the night. But and she slept so late because she fell asleep taking a nap watching cartoons while me and some friends were out chopping down a tree that has been obstructing our view forever. It's just a quick growing alder. It's not the end of the world, but it was a bigger project than we anticipated. And it's still not entirely done. The weather's kind of turned and I don't have time. But I'm going to be buying a chainsaw this week instead of a bow saw and go down there and chop it up in little pieces and kind of haul it out of the way a little bit more in the green space. It's not on anybody's property right now, but I want to make sure it's decently distanced. So anyway, there's that. Um, yeah, that was a project. It's opened up the view and the light in the backyard significantly. It was totally worth it. Um, and I live in the woods. I really should have a chainsaw. This is ridiculous. Just try to do everything with a bow saw and some friends. So I'm just gonna go buy one, handle it myself. Yep, that's right. Going from weightlifter to lumberjack. No, not really. Um, so how are things holding together? Wish I could hear from my husband more. I have not been able to hear from him very much, but putting together some stuff that hopefully I'll be able to send him shortly. I don't know. Um, if not, they'll just go in the memories box and we'll share it with him when he gets home, whenever that is. Not anytime soon, from what I understand. I didn't hear back from anybody about the septic tanks, although I did call yesterday. I called a few places and set up some estimates, but I haven't heard back from them yet. Um, I think that's a plane. I don't think that's thunder. It might be rainy tonight, though. So we just got back from the kiddos. Well, just got back today. We did the kiddos pediatric ENT follow-up appointment. We've been to her pediatrician. Her pediatrician kicked us back to the ENT. The ENT, spoiler alert, not going to go through the whole thing, is kicking us back to the sleep specialist that we went to for the first one, who thought this is not that big of a deal. Let's kick her to the ENT. So here we are. Here we go round robin again. Is it frustrating? Sure. Her symptoms are fairly mild, so we're not at the top of anybody's list. I get it. This guy is a pediatric pulmonologist who also has this specialty in sleep. I still have a funny feeling it's neurological. What I learned from the discussion was that both sleep studies, which were 2 years apart, I believe, pretty much are exactly the same. Do we need to take her tonsils out? I don't know. Probably not for this reason, which sucks to have put her through. But I guess it means that she's not gonna get strep much. I don't know. I don't know. It sucks, and I just you can go back and watch those videos. I'm not entirely sure I was ready for it to happen. I can't change it now, so I'm trying not to dwell on it, but it sucks. So, the summary of thought was that the person who interpreted the first sleep study assumed it was obstructive. Um, and my original plan was to do a second sleep study to kind of prove it, see if it's gotten any better, and then do the surgery if it was needed. Now, is it impossible that the guy we got for the second sleep study, if we had done it in the order I wanted to do it to begin with, would have chronicled the same, interpreted the results the same? It's entirely possible. It didn't happen. So the results from this one are, especially now that the tonsils are removed, it's central apnea or hypoxia. She's like right hypoapnea, not hypoxia. She's right on the borderline. Either way, sometimes your brain just doesn't send signals to your lungs to breathe. It's a scary thing. But her case is so mild, it's not life-threatening, which is great. The odds of her, and it hasn't got any worse. It just maybe this is what she lives with her whole life. I would like to run this thing down and at least have more of an idea of why, because this is incredibly rare that it doesn't come with some other condition. Um, so yeah, it's hard to find people that will take it seriously. But when you see her get a good night's sleep and her interactivity is up and her brain is just firing on all cylinders, um, it's a different kid than when she's tired all the time. She didn't sleep well, even though she slept all night long. She's having accidents all the time and things like that. When she sleeps well, the accidents go away. I mean, there's definitely things. So this vlog has turned into a chronicle of my health woes and her health woes. Oi. So how am I dealing with all this? I'm finding a lot of acceptance in that I just can't do everything all the time. And that means putting up some boundaries. I was doing a kettlebell class on Sundays that I was going to try to commit to in Gig Harbor. Again, it's where the doctors are. 45 minutes one way, 45 minutes back for a 45-minute to 1 hour class. Now, we'd usually do something fun afterwards, like I'd take her out for hot chocolate or a mochi donut or something like that. Um, and she'd play like ABC mouse games on her tablet in the car or something. But she gets really lonely. I work more. She goes to school more right now. We spend a lot of time in the car. So we don't spend a lot of time doing just the mother-daughter stuff. So today I made an effort to fill all the time when I wasn't working and we weren't driving with play. So after we got home from the appointment, I had an hour until my client showed up. We played for pretty much the whole hour. She led the way. Um, like I said, I think I'm pretty good at this momming thing. I think. I don't know. I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. We'll see what I think when she's 13. But but so far so good. Um and then I saw my client and then I made dinner and then we played a little bit more and then we got to bed. So today was pretty good. It went pretty well. Um but I need to make sure we have those play breaks. So my schedule is kicking up, especially on Saturdays. I now have like 3 or 4 clients lined up on Saturdays. And it means getting to Gig Harbor, where that gym is, on Saturdays at 8:30, I think, this week. Something like that. Earlier than I would like. It means we have to get up at 6:30 to get her in the car by 7:30 to drop her off with my friends that are lovingly sitting for the cost of Starbucks on the way home to uh me going to the gym. So it's earlier than I would have liked. It's a lot of trips to Gig Harbor and back right now. And if I want to do this kettlebell class on Sunday, I'm adding another trip and another early morning to our week. And as much as I enjoy it and I enjoy the company and I enjoy the camaraderie, it's fun, I am struggling with the wisdom of it. It may be a boundary I have to set. A small part of me is mad about it, to be honest, and kind of throwing a fit that I have to give up another thing. Um, because the wiser thing to do is to have one day a week where we don't have an alarm go off and we don't have somewhere to be in the morning. Um, and we can just kind of enjoy each other a bit and have a down day. Um, Nobody's pressuring me into the class. I miss my Sundays pre-kids. My Sunday pre-kid was getting up at 6:30, grabbing a coffee or a tea and driving down to Gig Harbor and doing an hour of Olympic lifting and then an hour of CrossFit and then breakfast with that crew and then coming home and taking a nap and then doing indoor soccer same day and then going to a sports bar and having a cider and a Cobb salad and moving on. It was very active, super calorie burning day. And fun, and I got to connect with a bunch of different people. And one thing I don't feel like people warn mothers about is you feel like once I have a kid, I'm going to join this clan of other mothers. Yes, sure, you're part of the club. You have some similar experiences, but it is a very lonely club to be in. Um, it just is. Um, And then the responsibilities are real, and balancing all that out is hard. Um, and trying to make the best decisions. And this is not a life or death decision. It's a class. I cannot go one week. I can go every other week. I can find a creative solution to this. Um, I did not want to do this early mornings on Saturdays, so this is the only early morning like this I'm doing. I already talked to this client and said I'm going to switch you to later because this isn't going to work long term. But he's a new client, so I'm just setting him up. So we'll make the exception this week. Um, but I want that one morning where like we can go to the drive-in the night before and not have to get up at 6 and be there. I would haul my lazy ass out of bed to be there, but I don't want to put her through that, especially for something that's not, it doesn't engage her at all. It's adults swinging kettlebells. It's a dangerous scenario, and none of them are, parents of young children. And the ones that are parents of young children usually can't go because they can't find a sitter that early in the morning. I've talked to a few of them. Um, and it's not at a facility where we can hire a sitter and share her for the hour. That's not how that works. It's at it's a backyard basically. And after having had my coach brought their dog to the CrossFit gym and I almost dropped a 105-pound clean on their dog's head, I'm violently aware, hyper vigilantly aware of the dangers of weights and animals and young children and adults because the adults are getting in the groove and they're not paying attention, especially since they don't have kids and it's not their kids. So I can't expect them to. So it's a thing. Even though my coach is cracking me up, he's like, you'd be really good at this. Don't give me something else I'd be really good at that I don't have the bandwidth to devote time to right now. I just don't. Anyway, that's probably the longest stream of consciousness I've ever gone, 12 minutes in. Today was crazy weather, but a pretty good day. Hopefully tomorrow will be even better. Bye.